both boards warmed up. Turn it up. Come on, girls, stand up. Everybody just here, everyone. Y'all know who to sing. Get up and sing. Turn it up. Gotta get your groove on. Come on, Miss Kitty. Okay, come on.
We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Woo! We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Woo!
No, I don't do the verses. But I will tell you this, on our lovely designer cruise that we went on, I love to do karaoke. Y'all, they had something called bandioke. Y'all know what bandioke is? You get to sing a song with a live band. Oh me, I was in my element. So, they have this limited list of songs, like a page. And then so I was picking out my Patsy Cline. Nope, too many people sang that. Well, I picked something else, too many people sang that. What the heck can I sing? Woo, We Are Families on here. And it's a ship full of premier jewelers, so what did we have to sing? And so of course I invited up some friends, whether I know them or not. And we just had a good old time, so love that song, and that's what we think of everybody in this room. And I'm excited that everybody has accepted this growing together. And it wasn't but 2 years ago. Thank you, Rachel. It wasn't but 2 short years ago, believe it or not, that we actually did do training together. And our trainings, there's Mindy. Hallelujah. Hey, come on, we get started. Squeeze together. Judy, would you do me a favor and bring the bar stools in so that we've got a couple more seats out there? Thank you. 2 short years ago that we actually all did training together at Brooke's house, and I remember it wasn't even that long ago that we did training upstairs in Brooke's house in just her little family room, and then we grew into the basement, and then we outgrew her basement. So Candy and I split ourselves off and started training here, which we have really enjoyed it. We've grown a lot personally and in our own businesses of how to be leaders. Thanks to all the help of the leadership we have above us. But we started thinking about the best way to help all of you is to get back together. Because Brooke is also your leader. And not everybody gets to see Brooke. Brooke, wave your hand. Hey! So Brooke is doing most of our training tonight for us because y'all need to get a good sense of who she is as a leader. And we love her. And so we are excited to have everybody here, and don't stress if you don't have a chair right this second. There's chairs coming.
There's 2 right here.
There's 2 up here. There's 2 up here. I know y'all at the front row. Come on. Lisa, that would be you, Lisa. Come on, Lisa. We love you.
Here, it's front row.
Next month, we will have more chairs for you, and we will actually be opening up the room. We kind of wanted to see how many were going to come. So we want to continue growing, and ultimately our goal would be to grow out of my house. That would be awesome if we could take on another location. And that means growing through your business growth. And that's what we are here to help you guys with. So we are so happy to have y'all. Okay, we've been talking about the leadership team. And so I want to explain who we are. We've got Brooke over here, Brooke Woodward, and she has been Premier for. And Brooke's mom is?
Holly Carr is my mama.
Okay. And then?
My daughter.
Yep, I'm her. That's my mom. So Candy Dewberry been in 7.5 years, and Stephen is my husband in the back snapping away. And this is my baby and sister Tammy Owens.
I'm Tammy Owens, y'all in my house. I appreciate y'all being here. I've been a jeweler for 6.5 years, and this is my baby. Come over here.
Sit down so you can see.
She's up high.
Judy Williams. This is my mom, my grandma, my great-grandma, and my sister. And I've been in Premier, I'm in my 5th year already.
Okay.
And then this is my other daughter. Twins.
Yeah. I'm Mindy. Brooke is my mama. Sisters, all the way down to there. And I've been in for June will be almost 8 years.
And we can't wait, and once you hit the designer leadership, you'll be classified in that leadership team, and we just can't wait to outgrow here and have us all up here and just, that's what we want to do. So we are happy to have you. We want to help you as best we can. We want to introduce some new jewelers too that are here tonight, and we are growing so fast. It is awesome. Candy, you want to start with yours? It's just
Sure.
now over here.
Yeah. Well, I do have my own.
Okay.
I have one, Destiny, right here in the front. I've been doing shows for her forever. She finally called me, and then I had transferred shows. So Brianna had taken her over, and then she called me. She said, "I'm ready to make some money." So we're going to have her making some money. So that's Destiny, and then Shirley is my hot mama on fire over here. She's got a few to introduce.
Come on, Shirley, stand up.
This is my baby Lisa, and then this is my baby Marilyn, and this is my baby Katie here.
All right.
I'm jewelers baby back there. Miss Mitzi.
And then I have my cousin, our cousin, jeweler Karen and Carrie Caldwell. They have not been to our training before. They are in McDonough, and so they typically go to Linda Wade's training and wanted to come check us out.
Introduced, right?
Yep. So.
I have my brand new jeweler back here, Miss Beth Martin. She and her husband teach at my daughter's school, and then her daughter and my son are in the same class. And she's awesome. I think she'll be a blessing to many of you guys. And then we have Donna over here. And she's actually, well, where's Roger? Roger, you can introduce her.
It's Donna, she's my daughter.
Sorry, Roger.
And then up here.
Gina.
I'm Jan, this is my baby Frida.
Mary's first baby.
Isn't that for
Many more on the way.
It's wonderful. No stretch marks, no hospital bill. It's awesome.
And I have a guest here also. This is Lisa. She is one of my really good friends in choir. She's just checking us out, make sure we're not too crazy.
She's a great outfit. And Dee, you have a guest?
Yes. This is, I'm up under Candy, and this is my girlfriend Alex, and she's here looking, checking the.
See how crazy we are? Well, thank y'all so much for joining us. We hope y'all have a good time. So I'm turning it over to you.
Yeah, so me and Judy are about to take over, so get that on for me.
Oh, excuse me.
Alright. I don't know how to handle that work. I'm like intense.
She's my
okay?
sister too, by the way, for those of y'all that don't know that.
Should I say anything else? I'm just doing this first. Okay, so we're gonna do some fun recognitions. We're gonna do it a little bit different.
Don't
And-
worry about what you're looking at.
Yeah,
It's
don't
just me.
necessarily watch the slideshow. We'll have it, let it play later. Those are just pictures from Haven, which is where you guys need to work to get in October. But the music. So when we go through the recognitions, if you achieved it, and we're gonna like do a high five line, okay? Which means you're gonna come through and give us a high five. But you're gonna run up this way and then run back through that way, okay? All right.
Nothing in that. We all know it's all.
All right, and there's gonna be, you can get an Easter egg or something out of the basket as you go through. All right, so we're starting with our top people. I want you to stand up if you did a show at Alright, y'all, if you sponsored, since we just had a lot of introductions, if you sponsored, we will do it for February or March. I want you to go ahead and come up here and bring the person you sponsored with you. Come this way, everybody. Oh, it's Now, this is something fun that we have incorporated. We used to call it the milk dud for whoever had the most cancellations. Y'all, it happens, okay? But I still want to recognize you if you had a flop of a month. So, who had the most cancellations? We got more than four? Four?
Who's our biggest dud?
Anyone that's I think these two, come on, Mindy and Brianna got four. Now though, okay, if you made calls to fill your cancellations and got on the phone to replace your show with a show, you did your homework, raise your hand. Alright. You made a phone call and did your homework, come on. Alright, now I want to recognize anybody that had a birthday in March. Come on. And April birthday, come on. Happy birthday! update. We've got so many now. We don't even we can't keep up with all of them. So if you did end up with a home show club or something like that, let us know, please. But I have some special recognitions. I would like, where'd she go? Alright, she got a baby. Anyway, so as soon as she comes out, we're going to recognize her. Did anybody else get their name in the newsletter that we need to notice?
No, I didn't, but I should have.
I didn't, but I should have.
You'll be in the next February.
I get so confused by that.
Yeah.
Turn home show club.
100 Home Show Club. Okay, come up here.
Carry that to the home show.
Okay, Tammy got top 10 from
Hold on. So I have a special recognition. Now we were in in March. We were at the other place. So she was wearing it, but she hit Jealous Rookie. So that means she sponsored 2 people, and she held 12 shows in her first 6 months of business. So she made Jealous Rookie and got $400 for jewelry from her. And she also got the Hooded House program from her upline. Okay? Now, she most recently hit.
I'm pregnant.
She most recently hit Builder. And she most recently hit Builder, and I'm like, love me some fun ass Apple stuff. So I'm putting some little tools. Okay, that meant she sponsored 4 people and held 24 shows within the last 12 months. She's only been in for 6 months, and she's already done her 25 home show club. She just hit that and Amethyst. Okay, so she's got about $1,300 in free jewelry within the last few months. So earn it for free, but all you gotta do is work your business, and God will bless it. So then you get one of these. And then there's some tools. She has some little, share the business, and what else is here? There's some little thank you notes to send to her hostess, and I also put some guilt-free shopping spree cards in for you. You share the business with them. I love it. Oh, stop. I couldn't help it. And then we had some Founders Club members. So Shirley hit Founders Club, and okay, Founders Club is being the top 5% in the company during the months of January, February, and March. And so she hit Founders Club. And I know Brooke hit it. I hit it. Yeah, right there. Me and Judy hit the top 500 in Founders Club, and then Tammy got Founders Circle, which is the top 5% of the top 5%. Yay! We did our hotel early.
Did we miss anybody from Founders Club? Just let us know those. We don't. Okay.
Alright, and so now we have a fun recognition. So if anybody hit the new quick start, okay? I want you to stand up for the quick start. And the re-quick start. The re-quick start or regular quick start. Alright. So how are you gonna do it? We're gonna do 6s first. So if you hit 6,
Y'all, this is inspired by the Olympics.
Yes.
Y'all like the Premier Olympics?
this is our premiere.
So you're gonna get an award.
Okay, so if you hit 6, come on up.
Come on.
I didn't make it.
She had like that.
I was one short.
All right. Oh, yeah.
Judy's on.
Gonna crown you. Yeah, if you were neutral, we're hit it also. I think we got everybody to the Is she hitting it?
She just did.
You just hit it? All right. All right, now you hit the 9. Get up here.
Caroline got 6.
Nah, you take it.
Well, I tried to lay
You
out.
gotta take it to your bandana.
Wait.
I need a help one today. Okay. Here's your one. Okay. Anybody else take a 9? All right. You ladies wait down.
Or new jewelers that made a 9 too.
New jeweler? 9.
Okay, we're good. Now, the 12. We're good. You forgot David. So our final thing we're going to do awards for tonight is if you have your building that counts sheet and come up with your points. Do you know what your points were? She didn't share that. It's on. Trying to figure out who's got it. Here, let her add her points up. Let her add them by looking at them. Okay, real quick.
Anybody have the sheets? Don't forget, this is a fun one. You get to be a diva all night long.
Do we turn it in?
Yeah, you can. All right, here's. I forgot mine. I didn't have that. That's you. That's Judy's.
Now, if you need a counting sheet, it's on our website.
Yeah.
Anything you need is on
I know you
our website.
guys, this is a building that count sheet. The point of this sheet, yes, it's a fun recognition, but it keeps a tally of how you work your business. And if you are not adding points to the sheet, you're not actively working your business, and you need to take an account of what you're doing. Your hobby in Premier, or if you're working Premier to make some money. This will help you to see that, okay? And then you bring your sheet every month, and whoever the top winner is going to be named the Bling Queen for the night. So you want to be Bling Queen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we need sheets. Who that is from? No name.
That's Judy.
You may also have them.
Got any more? Karen, and Andy. What you got over there, Karen? I don't know, Barbara. What you got? Okay. It looks like our bling queen is Judy. I just made this one today. I did. Y'all said make one.
Alright, Judy's gonna be our official Diamond Diva.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha.
And then the Bling Queen is non-leadership.
Okay, they didn't tell me all that.
You're fine.
We're gonna do a leadership. We're gonna do a designer level and a jeweler level, so everything is fake. Okay? They just forgot to fill me there. Okay. All right, so then let me see your numbers again. Your daddy isn't working.
Here, actually
Oh, I think that would be Karen there. Okay, so this makes no sense, but you're the princess, Judy. And you're the queen.
Alright, and then we've got to do the 6, 12, and whatever pictures first.
Okay, let's do that real quick.
Alright, everybody got 6, come up real quick. We're gonna do a group shot of the 6, and then the 9 separate, and then the 12 separate.
We're gonna make all those jewelers that didn't show up real good.
We gotta be in front of the 9. So, just take off your, you wanna do them, keep them all 3 on, or just have one? How about like this? Yeah, just put them in the front. Hey.
Turn towards the middle, scoot, scoot, scoot. And
Only want that sitting? Is that gonna be in it at all?
Can you see that? You can stand on the couch.
We want another.
Alright, hey, just hold your 6 up here. So if you're in the front of the picture, hold the 6. Do we need a couple people to come in, or are we good?
we're good.
Ready?
Alright, ready, time. And we're taking that on the picture. Ready, 1, 2, and 3. Alright.
Alright, 9, stay up here. Switch to your 9. Alright, 9.
Alright, ready, 1, 2, and 3. Stay there. Ready, 1, 2, and 3. Alright.
Yeah, y'all, if you haven't heard the song, it's Everything is Awesome. It might be our theme song next month.
I'm not singing that one.
Everything is
Well,
awesome.
ready, 1, 2, and 3. And again, ready, 1, 2, and 3.
Very fun. Okay, cool. Yeah, where am I?
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Picture it Alright, ladies. Thank you guys so much for being here. We've had a lot of fun. There's a reason, clearly, that I wanted those ladies to be in charge of that, because their gift is fun, and mine is not so much. I'm shy and like to be kind of in the corner. So I hope that y'all enjoyed that. They wanted to bring a lot of fun to you guys tonight, just make this a fun night for y'all. So thank you guys so much. That was a lot of fun. It was great. It was. We figured that for you. And y'all, no matter where you are in your business, some of you ladies may be here tonight a little discouraged. And some of you ladies may be here tonight on top of the world. We all fall at different levels in our business. I've been in for 9 years, and I have been at training about ready to cry and about ready to quit. And I have also been
been at training on top of the world. And I have most likely been at training kind of in the middle. Because like today, my son is at home with strep throat. I left one son crying and one son with my husband at the quick care and my daughter in charge. So, you know, we're moms and we go through all kind of phases and stages. So I'm glad that everyone is here tonight, no matter where you were or how you're feeling or, you know, kind of what you're going through tonight. I'm just thankful you guys are here and I want to appreciate your time. So next we're going to talk about some announcements, but before we do that, we have some very special ladies here tonight. Some ladies that are checking us out to see if we're crazy, which we are, you just saw that. And just to hear more about the business. And tonight, I'm doing the majority of the training tonight, so we kind of split this up each month. Is what we plan to do. So tonight we have Miss Tammy here. She is wonderful and fabulous, and she's going to take you ladies that want to hear about the business, the guests, and that just want to know more about that. She's going to take you ladies into the next room, where it's a little quieter, and y'all are going to hear about that. And then you're welcome to join back in and join us for training and stay and have more fun. So Tammy, where are you taking us? Yeah, so just right in here, I know we've got Lisa, and there was a couple more I thought I saw. Yeah, maybe Alice, too? Okay, so you guys can come. All right. So we're going to start with our announcements. Y'all, I'm so excited about this new phase in our career family. Just joining together our groups. I came around and kind of was trying to learn who faces and names together. Jimmy and I type your names all the time when they talk to the phone, and it's really nice now. I really did miss you guys. And I think that teaming up, we all have such different strengths, and we can encourage and lift one another up. Some of us have that excitement factor that others of us may not have. Some of us are encouragers, and so we can really, I think, pull together and just help each other grow. So what we plan to do is the first Monday of each month, Candy is leading a new jeweler training, so that's typically the first Monday. All right, I'm going to give you a quiz in a second. The second Monday is our monthly training, and it's here. Tammy is kind enough to open her home up because it's way bigger than mine. She has this nice, beautiful space for us. And then typically, the fourth Monday, unless it's like Memorial Day or something crazy, will be our Fun to Share nights. And we will talk more about those, but that will be at my home. And I will serve you guys dinner. There will be prizes and a lot of excitement for you to bring your guests. And I will share the business with them over in a relaxed, non-threatening, just kind of a family-style, loving atmosphere. And it will be a lot of fun. It's lots of fun to share. All right? So there will be 2 apiece each month. All right, so what's the first Monday? New jeweler training. Second Monday? Regular training. And then the fourth Monday? Y'all are so good. That was pitiful. First Monday? Second Monday? And fourth Monday? Y'all got it. Okay, but for May, that's different. So for May, don't forget what I just said. I'm just joking. May's Memorial Day. So for May, new jeweler training is May 5th, which is the first Monday. Training is the second Monday, May 12th. And Fun to Share is the 19th, because I really didn't think you could get anybody to come to my house for dinner on Memorial Day. Just kind of a suspect that I feeling I have. So May 19th will be that.
Now, where is your house?
I will email you directions. Like
City, just the city.
Oh, Flowery Branch. It's 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes away from here. Okay, not that bad. It's not far. Okay, national rally dates, July 10th through 12th. You guys, the registration for that will be very, very soon. Judy's going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute, and you just need to be there. And maybe we'll have our rally lady come back on. Haven, she's looking at me very evilly right now. Haven of Hope is October 9th through 12th. Candy, can you help me with the details?
Yes, you have to have 2 between March 1st and August, the end of August. You have to have held 18 shows and sponsored 2 jewelers, and you have to be a builder or designer. Even if you're at that level already, you still have to have sponsored 2 and held the shows. And the sooner the better, because there's a big group that it's extended to, and so if you want to get a chance to go, you need to.
And it's a phenomenal experience. I highly recommend this to be a goal. If your goal at all is building, your business, then this needs to be marked on your calendar. Haven, October 9th through 12th. Sponsor to hold 18.
18. Well, they'll actually have to sponsor 4 if they're not
Yeah.
a builder.
And then, right, if you're not a builder, become a builder, and then that'll get you there.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, and if you're working towards designer, if you make designer, that'll get you there too. So, all right. Okay, so next I'm gonna I can't talk. I'm gonna pass out our prayer journal. And for our new ladies, y'all, we have 4 people on full-time with Premier that prays over our prayer needs. And I send this to the home office. And I send them all of your prayer needs to pray over. And then I also pray over these prayer needs each week. So if you have something that you don't want everyone else reading, then you can just write your name and just put unspoken beside it, and I'll send that. But then, otherwise just put your prayer request. And make sure that you put your first and your last name where I can read it. That would be awesome. Yes.
I don't know who happens to be friends on Facebook with Eileen Meckley.
Oh,
She
yes.
made an announcement
Yes.
today about her son.
Her son.
Yes.
Her son's terminal.
Her son was diagnosed with an illness. He only has about 6 months.
This is 6 months a year.
I don't know. Tammy told me when I got here, so I haven't been on Facebook.
Yeah, I just read it right now.
All right, so I'm going to pass this around, and y'all make sure that it just gets around to everybody for me. Okay. Did I miss any other major announcements? All right, Miss Mindy, you ready, honey?
Yes, ma'am.
And then Judy, you're next, wherever you are.
Yes, ma'am, come right.
All right, go for it.
All right, Brooke asked me if I would do the devotion for tonight, so if you guys do not have Jones Keeping It Personal, I think you can still get these from the Servo store, am I correct?
Yes.
These are awesome, I love them. We open them every day, can you tell? It's worn. This is my desk. Today is about April 14th, and it says riches or reputation. Joan talks about Proverbs 22:1 today. So she says, part of having a good reputation comes from living well. With that in mind, we must be careful of the many hindrances to building an honorable reputation. One of them can be the lure of riches. Seldom do you read of a person who has it all. We've all heard that, right? And also has the most important ingredient in success, a good reputation. The Bible gives us many examples of prosperous people who did not lose their integrity. The classic example of David, he went from the shepherd to the king before he was 30 years old. Enormous power and riches. How did he handle it? God took David from leading the ewes and lambs and made him shepherd of Jacob's descendants. He cared for him with a true heart and led him with a skillful hand. Psalm 71 and 72. The King James Version says that he led them accordingly to the integrity of his heart. How do we handle prosperity? Is making lots of money more important than being trustworthy, having integrity? A good reputation is the result of choices we make, so choose a good reputation over good choices, over great riches. Making it personal, her little notice she adds to the bottom, she says, what is more important to me, riches or reputation? That's a good question to ask ourselves, right? We were talking on the way over here earlier about my son, who is, and I get emotional talking about my kids, who is almost 16 years old, and how he has become such a godly man over the last really 6 months to a year, and how he holds his reputation of who he is and what he stands for so high compared to a lot of the other kids his age. And so it was funny that I was reading this earlier this morning, because honestly, Brooke, I forgot I have to do this today. We've had a lot going on. And so it's just funny that this kind of plays hand in hand with what we were talking about earlier. But I just love this little book. If you guys don't have it, go purchase it. It's a great little devotion for each day. Thanks, Ben.
For those of you, Mindy just mentioned that. For those of you, I know we're all coming here together for the first time. Mindy has been holding a training in Dawsonville with her group. So a group of those guys drove a very long way from Dawsonville, some from Blairsville, carpool down here to join us. So we truly are joining together. So she's the one that I sent the prayer request out. Her daughter has been in the hospital, and she was very scared for her with some basically she was septic from a broken bone. So she's now home and things are doing well. So that's Mindy, if you're wanting to put a face with who you've been praying for. Judy, can you come on up?
We're talking about Okay, first I'm going to tell you about the designer cruise. I worked really hard to get there, but I didn't think I was going to get there, and then all of a sudden I realized I was there. I was so close that my husband was even saying to me, shouldn't you be making phone calls? When's your next show? When do I have to load your car? I mean, my husband was on board with this. I was like, oh, okay. And I qualified. I qualified at 4 o'clock on the last day.
Oh, wow.
Okay? Was I great? Yeah, I was great. Did I go for free? No. That's okay. My thought was, I didn't care where the ship was going. Because I was in June, I'd just been to Nassau. I spent 3 days at Cocoa Beach, and I didn't even know what Sturb was. I didn't care. I didn't care if it never docked. I was going to be what I was going to be the celebrities. Okay, the ladies who have been there for a long time, who have experienced what we have experienced. And if you're brand new, I'm going to tell you, you're going to have good days, bad days, high shows, low shows, and no shows. If you hear it a gazillion times, it's true. Just go with it, okay? They did most cancellations earlier. I had 7 in 1 month. And then all of a sudden it kicked in and I got on the cruise. So don't give up. But what was really neat, I got to be at 3 trainings by wonderful ladies. I learned so much. But here was the good thing. We had some weather challenges in the first 2 days. That's okay, I didn't get to meet a lot of celebrities. But I got to see them. I'm like, oh, here's Nancy. And then Tammy would point out someone to me. Tammy knew everybody, of course. When it was really nice out, we were laying out it was really cool because there was all these celebrities in front of us. I wish I'd had my camera and thought, take pictures. Kathy Allen, who is a Gold executive director, happened to know one of the girls that we were sitting with. So she sits down with us, and she's just sitting there, we're chatting, and Tammy's like, she asked her a couple questions, and we were just sitting there talking. I'm going, oh my God, this lady is talking with us. I'm so excited. So Tammy left, a couple of girls left, and I was like, okay, can I just ask you a question? She goes, sure. I said, can you tell me how you do your OPs? She goes, sure. Why don't you do yours for me? You want me to do mine for you? Yeah. Okay. So I started. She goes, nope, stop. She says, this is what you need to do. So Kathy Allen taught me a new OP. I was like, oh my God. I had my notebook with me. I had a notebook and I forgot it. My notebook at home. So in the hotel before we left the cruise, I bought a notebook. Okay, I bought the stenographer notebook. That was like $4. Okay, I would never pay $4 for this, but I paid for it because I needed a notebook. And so I sat there and took my notes. She goes, wait a minute. So she took my pad and she was writing notes for me. I'm like, oh my God. My husband's like, did you get it? I'm like, yeah, I got all of it. He says, when are you going to start doing it? I said, right away. So I've done a couple OP since, and he's like, which OP are you doing? I said, Kathy's. He's like, okay. But there is, they'll announce in July where the next one is. Every other year it's been a cruise, so next year who knows where it's going to be. My husband has already asked me where we're going, the man who wasn't on board, okay? And he's like, are we going for free this time? I said, I'm going to try real hard. He said, that would be good. So he's expecting to go for free next time. You just have to be a designer. Okay, it's 7. So you've got from now until January to be a designer. It's just 7, that's it. Okay, and in order to get on the cruise, you have to have 10,000 points. Well, what does that mean? They add up all your CV. So I have already calculated what I need to do to have 18,000 points, because that's when you go for free. But as the points go up, the buy-on goes down. So it is so well worth it, because you get to be with celebrities. Tim Horner was there. I have a picture of Tim Horner and Penny. But it's just to be around all of the celebrities, you know, the 7 diamonds and the 6 diamonds and the executive directors. It's just, they started right where we started. So they had gone through all the stuff already. So, you know, my husband looked at me and he said, well, how come you're not there? I didn't have an answer. He said, so are you going to try to be my, yep. So my goal is to, by January, be a 1 diamond. Hear that, daughters? 1 diamond. Designer? Designer? Okay. So it's just make a decision and don't let anything stop you. My son is 21 and a half. I have a husband and 2 dogs, so I have 4 children. Okay? I don't have little kids anymore, but I remember what it was like. My son played football, baseball, and wrestled. The wrestling didn't last very long, but we played football and baseball, and we lived at the park. I know what it's like to be running around, and I only have 1. But you have to take your business, if this is what you really want to do, and you got to work it within the nooks and crannies. And you got to just make sure, you know, it's like I have that show, and my coach and my hostess. You'll get there. I did. I worked really hard when I realized that I could do this. And I told everybody, I'm going on the cruise. My husband's boss even knew that we were going on the cruise. Tell your husband's boss, I think you better do it. So just, they'll announce at Rally where the next trip is, and just set your sights on it. You know, it's a lot of fun. So that's the cruise. We were on the Norwegian breakaway, and if you stood it up straight, it was taller than the Empire State Building. The floating hotel. Okay, so how about Rally? Anybody here thinking of Rally? Yes, our airline tickets are already bought. They have changed it a little bit this year. It used to be it used to start at 9 o'clock on Thursday morning. This year it's starting at what? I thought it was
2 p.m.
5 o'clock is the designer banquet. Okay.
If you're planning to be a designer, surely by the time you get there, you need to be there Wednesday by 5 o'clock. Okay?
Hear that, Shirley?
If my kid doesn't come, I'll be 37 weeks pregnant then, so we're trying to work it out.
Okay. Hold on, kid.
So she can get recognized for all these awesome accomplishments, otherwise I'm walking with a poster of her face.
Well, Candy was pregnant with Skylar, and we had her in a wheelchair.
Amen.
So, where there's a will, there's a way. But it starts at 2 o'clock on Thursday. We have a lot of fun. We put 4 ladies in a room. So yeah, you're sleeping with somebody you may not know, but at the end of the 4 days, you know each other. Karen, have you roomed together twice? Twice. Okay.
No, once.
Once?
The first year you were together.
Oh.
Y'all want to be with us.
So it goes starts on Thursday at 2, goes until about 9 o'clock. They'll feed you dinner. On Friday it goes from 9 to 9, and Saturday it goes from 9, I think, to 5. It's an experience. If you haven't been, it's an experience. Okay, it does cost about $500 to $600. It's tax deductible, right, Karen? Okay, Karen's an accountant. And it is so worth it. Or did you get a little tired? Yes. Are there times I wish I could go take a nap? Yes. But the speakers, the jewelry, you get 30% additional off of the jewelry for going, but just to have the experience. I remember my first rally, and I remember Donna Maroney standing up there. I had no idea who Donna Maroney was, but she said something that I remember. She said and she's all dressed. And she looked so good. Huh?
So her pink school belt one.
No. Oh, it may have been. I remember her being in a white suit and her saying that she would have never sponsored her because she wore blue jeans and sweatshirts. She didn't look like she did that. And she thought public speaking was speaking in front of 2 people. Okay? I remember that. Do I remember anything else in that year? No, but I remember that. But it's an experience to see the ladies who sell $108,000 in jewelry, you know, and to see who the top sponsors are, and to hear Andy. Andy's going to be 90 in August. So to hear Andy, and just to be around the enthusiasm, and it's just an experience. I heard someone say that it's a cross between Let's Make a Deal and a Billy Graham crusade, is what someone had said to me, and I was like, okay. But if you can go. You have to take a little extra, you know, do an extra show. We just got our tickets in 221, is that what we paid going down? Okay.
I paid $221.
Okay, yeah. So,
That's awesome.
go, it'll change your business. I'm done.
We got.
Thank you.
I got one Monday because I have to go.
Alright. Thank you, Miss Judy. Don't get When you do come on to the leadership team, we plan these trainings, all of us together for you guys. And when we had our last leadership, this girl right here was apparently watching the Olympics. And Miss Judy said to me, because so many of you were so motivated by the Be Quick Start, we were excited for you. That a lot of you, I have some ladies, trying to think, Caroline and Roger restarted their business because of the motivation of Be Quick Start. That just blesses me. Jana, who I know she was on her way, she restarted her business, and those of you, she's always at training, you know Jana, and she has a sweet little baby, and that just blesses my heart. And there's so many stories in here about Be Quick Start and how it just got your business Quick started. And so Judy said, well, let's make Olympic medals for all these girls. I was like, huh? And she said, I'll make them. I was like, awesome. So y'all make sure you thank Judy. She worked really hard to make this fun for you guys because so many of you are working so hard on that. All right, well tonight I have so many things to share with you guys, and I don't know if I'm going to get through it all, but I'm going to try. But I won't keep you late because I never do that. All right, so Candy and I were invited out to Haven of Hope. A lot of you guys know that. And we just came back. Nobody could keep up with us because we were just so excited. Because we got to just powwow with other leaders across the nation. And just for your information, you are going to be one of those celebrities one day. So we powwow with leaders across the nation, just helping one another, encouraging one another, just finding out what's working for you. How did you build to 6,000 in 6 years? How did you build to 4,000 in 4 years? What, just how are you working with your team? What are you doing? And so, and Premier just loved on us, and it was just amazing. And so part of that is what birthed this, was just the excitement of this new way that we're training new jewelers and this new way that we're doing training. But the other thing, y'all, I got one of the best tips. I shared it with my sister-in-law. Wait, no, I already know you're my sister-in-law. April, she just stuck her hand up really fast. But because I know she hated the old calendar system I used to teach because she didn't follow it. She hated it so much. So I said to the girls, I said, now listen, I got a jeweler who doesn't follow my calendar system. What's this tabs thing y'all keep talking about? Everybody's talking about tabs. I don't know what tabs are. And they were like, oh my gosh. So taught it to me. I said, April's going to love this. So I came home, taught it to her. She called me like a day after using it. This is so much better. I love this. And she's like booking shows and holding open, and she loves tabs. It's changed her life. So I'm going to change all of your lives too who don't use my old calendar system. You ready? Okay, I know you are. So if you have your calendar, how many of you have seen this? Tabs. I know you have because I showed it to you too. Okay, so a very few lucky of my children have seen them. All right, so what you do, these are tabs, and all they are these, and I'm going to tell you first and foremost, I was using, my husband had convinced me to switch to my iPod calendar, my iPhone calendar, because he's all techie and we can send each other things. If you're using that, stop first. Okay. It took me, yeah, so just don't. Alright, so these are tabs. And they come in cheaper ones, all different colors. You can get your favorite little color, I don't care. But this is all it is. You see it? It's clear on one side and a little color thing on the other. Alright, so you're going to pick a color for training. And I learned that about halfway through my calendar. My training color is actually blue, but on this page it's purple. It took me a minute. But so here's my color for training. So you're going to mark all the trainings on your calendar. So you just put it there and you write training. This is Jules School and there's Fun to Share. So for you guys, you need to be at every training and every Fun to Share if you want to build your business. So you'll mark those two. And then Jules School, if you're needing some help in those areas we're teaching that month, put that on there. And then I have new jeweler trainings marked too, just so I know when they are. So that if I sponsor a new jeweler, I know when to take them, right? So in your head, you need to think, don't book shows on Monday nights. Monday night is set aside for training and working with your new jewelers, for building them and growing them. And it's just, that's what it is. I mean, you may not have a training every night, but it's just so that you have a system in place, okay? So then you're going to sit down with your husband, your spouse, your whoever, and you're going to decide, do you need to do 1 show a week, 2 shows a week, 3 shows a week, 4 shows a week, 7 shows a week? However many shows that you need a week financially, you're going to make a decision. What do you need? And then you are going to put tabs on a different color on those days. So you see right here, my goal is to hold 5 shows. I want to hold 5 in a month. So I find a spot every month for 7 tabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because you always plan for 2 cancellations. Make sense? Okay, so you're going to do that for months out. So there's April, there's May. Okay, you notice I have no shows this week. So I booked 2, 2, and 2. Normally I do a system of 1 shows, 2 shows, 1 show, 2 shows. But I did this because this week my daughter has drama and my husband has football practice. I have to have children everywhere at the same time without my husband's help. And I didn't think that my sister-in-law would appreciate having to take children up instead of just using a babysitter. So I just did extra shows and done that way. And that's the beauty of Premier. You can work it in your life, but you have to plan. So then June, then y'all see June. I still have shows, but I'm going to the beach for 2 weeks. Isn't that awesome? All right, so then you've got July. And July have National Rally Marks, and then I've got shows around it. But you notice I still have them. Okay, but the wonderful thing is that when I flip to April, my tabs all have people's names written on them. Every single one of them. Awesome. They should, because it's April. Okay, guess what other month should have names on them when it's April? May. May should. Okay, so when I flip to May, I'll be real candid with you. Can y'all see? Do I have any blank tabs for May? Yes. How many do I have? Okay, what was your eye immediately drawn to? Blank tabs or full tabs? That's the beauty of tabs. Your eye is immediately drawn to the fact that you have 1 blank tab. So my focus when I sit down to work is to fill that tab. It's like a blinking light on my page. Oh, I have a blank tab. It's like craziness. I gotta fill it. Okay? I don't focus on the fact that I have 6. So when I call someone and say, what's your month look like for May? Oh, I have 6 shows. Was your goal 6 shows or was your goal to book 7 shows? So what your focus now becomes is that blank tab. It's not a negative focus, it's a business building focus now at this point. So when you're in the month of April, you should be 45 days booked solid. All right, so wherever you are in the month, your next 45 days should be solidly booked, period. Okay? Now the other beautiful thing, let me see if she's still sitting out here. Oh, she is. You see this little girl up here? Okay, so you see this person back here? Her name's Beth. So Beth Martin's written right here, but do you know who used to be right there? This person. She used to be right here. Did she call and cancel? So when she canceled, I just simply moved her up there, put a blank tab there, and filled her name in with Beth Martin. And then Beth decided she wanted to become a jeweler and turned it into a training show. And that was awesome. But, so she's still sitting up here because she took home a bracelet when she booked with me. So she needs to go on my calendar somewhere, doesn't she? Yeah. Yeah. So when I sit down and look at my April calendar and she's sitting up here, guess what? I need to move her somewhere. So I will keep calling her until I get her moved. So if I move this blue tab to May, I know she's an unreliable hostess. So if my goal for finances is that I need to hold 5 shows and I have a blue tab and a green month, then I might want to book 1 extra. Do y'all follow that? I totally love this system. I have been using it since February. It has changed my bookings. I mean, I'm a great booker. I have not ever had any trouble with that. She's smiling at me. How many? What? Why are you smiling?
Me?
Yeah. She came to my show.
I love it.
Oh, no. I'm going to show that as a gift. Okay. So, okay, so the other thing, this is the thing that April really hated about the old system, was I used to write everything on my calendar. So when it was time to do hostess packs, invitations, everything went on here. Now, if you like that system, use that system, please. If that works for your brain, don't stop. But if you're a person like April, who you never write it on here because it's just not how your brain works, it's not how your brain functions, then here's something else that Becca and Melissa Brumwell sent to me, and I just created it for my own personal use. Now, I've always had something that hostess filled out when they booked a show, and I still have that, but it's the back of the card that's beautiful. So when they schedule a home show, I give them this card, they fill it out. They give it back to me. I give them this super cute fridge card, and I don't remember which girl at that thing used a fridge card. Maybe it was Nancy Hanrahan.
Natalie.
Huh?
Natalie.
Natalie? And say, okay, so put this on your fridge for me. And it has their home show date and my name. So every time they open their fridge, Tori Show, and it helps with your cancellations because it's just right there. All right? Okay, but the thing about this is on the back is a checklist for you. And I've mapped it out. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to send them a confirmation email. And this has also helped greatly with those horrid cancellations. And I know Tammy and Candy use one. I changed mine to mimic a little bit more of what Becca's looks like. It's a little simpler. And it's got the cute little girl on there. And it says, real big, send me your guest list within 1 week and I'll have a fun gift for you. Y'all, my fun gift is just something out of the top Target dollar section. Nothing big. Okay, so I'll send that out and y'all can look at that. All right. So then it says confirmed, list due, list received. Coaching cards prepped. If you use them, if you don't, ignore that. So then it says right here, 1 month prior to the show, send out a hostess packet. I do an OP email now, which I send this email out to all of my hostesses, and I emailed this to you guys, but I can send it out again. And basically, if they do the call-in to win and answer these questions, I give them an extra $25 in free jewelry. So when I give them their hostess packet, I send them this email too, so that it plants that initial seed about the business to those hostesses. Okay. And then it just asks that I include handouts, and then it says 3 weeks before the show, I'm going to call them for the hostess coaching. 2.5 weeks. So it's just a little checklist. Y'all can look at it. So what I do when I sit down to work is the very first thing I do when I work is I look to see what tabs need to be filled. Because the most important thing is that you've got bookings to keep your business going. Okay? And that you're talking to people. This system has gotten me more people focused than task list focused. When you've been in for a really long time, sometimes you tend to be a little bit more task list focused. That's a hard thing to say. So I sit down and look, who do I need to call? First thing I do. Is my calendar healthy or not healthy? I need to fill this date. Oh my goodness, it's April. All right, I still have 2 dates in June. See, I know this without even looking. I have 2 dates in June that I need to fill. I only got 3 booked. So a lot of you are thinking, 3 lookings in June, that's awesome. When you look at this, your mindset changes. It's April. I need to have all those filled so that my calendar's healthy. That's the first thing I do. The second thing that I do when I sit down to work is, well, probably I do this before I do this, is I look at who's interested in the business and who do I need to call and talk to, and who do I need to follow up with. So I'm always first looking at who I need to call. Second, I look at the backs of these cards. So I simply just count. So at the beginning of April, the first Thursday in April, I mail out all of my Hostess packs for May. So last week, I just flipped to May. I pulled every single one of those cards, did all those Hostess packs, checked it off, done. All right? So then, how do you organize the Hostess cards? Oh, I'll show you. So then in April, where am I? We're at the 14th. Okay. So tonight I'll probably make my to-do list for this week because I was focused on training today. I will make my to-do list. So I will count out 3 weeks. 1, 2, 3 weeks. Oh, she's here. So I need a hostess coach, Lisa, which is in there, because she has a show coming up. And then 2 weeks out, we are 2 weeks out. I need to make sure that I get Nicole's invitations out. And then this week, I need to make sure that I call Beth and send out her red stamp, which I need to send to you tomorrow. And then I just write that on my to-do list for the week. So I just count forward and write on my to-do list instead of putting it all on my calendar. And then every Tuesday, I have a little note that says whether or not I got their list and their confirmation. And I just keep moving them. And that's in my little to-do. So see, it says confirmation and lists. And I just check them off. And then every Tuesday, I send just a group email to the people that don't have lists. And I tell them when they book, this is my business, not a hobby. So each week, I will send you a reminder email until I get your list. If you don't want the annoying reminder emails, just send me your list. And they do, because they're tired. And y'all started getting lists really fast and less cancellations since I started using these just few changes in that. So I really feel like I'm getting so much more accomplished just focusing on people. I've been able to call a lot more of you guys. I've been able to focus on sponsoring so much more. I have so many girls interested in the business right now. It's just phenomenal. So I hope that helps you. And you had asked how do I organize them? I just keep them right here. And there's a couple of ways you can do it. Becca Brummel, because this is her mom's system, Joni. They keep them like clipped to the month. I did that for a while, but I was so paranoid I was going to lose them because I'm paranoid. So I clip April, and then I have May. So I have a paper clip per month, and then they're in this little pouch that's secure. That's it. And they're just in my calendar. Yes, ma'am.
What did you say the green was on your calendar?
Oh, okay. So it doesn't matter the color. Just pick one color for training, and then the other 2 colors just alternate a color each month. So then if someone moves a month, then you know they're not reliable. Okay. All right. Any other questions about that? I'm going to pass around my little hostess cards and fridge cards. I'll pass around 2. One going that way and one going that way. All right. Let me see where we are on time. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start my show. I have a hostess packet and a couple of other things too that if I run out of time, we can either do next month or y'all can come and just say, hey, what's in your hostess packet, and come look at it after training. It's Becca's, and if y'all don't know who Becca is, she is a friend of mine, her and Melissa, her sister. She also happens to be the #3 retailer in the nation. So I was like, send me your hostess packet. She did. Without catalog. She said, I'm not sending you catalog. Okay, so ladies, what we're going to do next is I'm just going to show you guys my jewelry show. So welcome, you 4 ladies are in my jewelry show. Alright, so let me get y'all set up. And Trilby, you're my hostess. You're right there. Alright. And then the rest of you guys, when we just like holler and yell things, y'all holler and yell things. You'll understand what that means in a minute. Just makes it fun. in my own normal setup, so. Bear with me. All right, Miss Julie. Okay, when I say to get a ticket, just these 4 ladies get tickets. They're gonna be yelling. All right, well, welcome. I want to thank you guys for coming, and I want to thank our beautiful hostess for having us into her lovely home tonight. But before we get started, I want to get to know you guys a little bit better. So we are going to go around, and I want you to say your name, who you are, and how you know our hostess, and what you do with an extra $1,000 a month. All right, so we'll start right here.
I'm Gina, and I know the hostess through work. And if I had an extra $1,000 a month, I would pay off debt with some of it and save for a vacation for the rest.
Where would you go?
To a beach that we have not been to as a family.
That sounds awesome. You should go to the beach.
Hi, my name is Brenda Sims, and I know our hostess from the same workplace she's working at. And if I had $1,000, next $1,000 a month, I would like to also take a vacation, family vacation, and save some.
Hi, my name is Destiny, and I just met our hostess.
I put her off the street.
If I had extra $1,000, I'll save half and the other half probably pay bills.
I'm Courtney, and I know our hostess because I'm her neighbor. And if I had an extra $1,000, I would pay less.
Okay. Well, awesome. Well, welcome, you guys. My name is Brooke Woodward, and I have been with Premier for 9 years now. And I ask you guys what you do with an extra $1,000 a month, because on average, that's about what I make when I just leave my home about 5 times in a month. And I just want you guys to know we are looking for jewelers in this area. And so if you're just looking at me thinking, oh my goodness, she looks like she's having so much fun doing that, then just watch and see what I do tonight. All right? Well, first, we get started. We have 2 games we're going to play. Now, the first one is a very silly game, okay? It's called the Jewelry Lady game. So every time you hear the words Jewelry Lady, the first person, actually it's every person that shouts my name is going to get a ticket, okay? So we'll practice. Well, first of all, my name is Brooke Woodward. All right, so Jewelry Lady. Brooke Woodward. Y'all are so good. Okay. Now the next game that we're going to play is called the purse game, okay? So in my cute little binder here, I have some letters. And I'm going to flip those letters over. And when I flip the letter over, there's 2 ways you can play. Either the first person that pulls something out of their purse that starts with that letter will win a ticket, or everybody in the room that compliments our beautiful hostess, because she needs to be loved on a little bit tonight, that compliments her with something that starts with that letter will get a ticket. All right, y'all understand how it works? Okay, does anybody want to know what the tickets are for?
What are the tickets for?
Oh, give her a ticket.
Good questions. Very good.
Okay, ladies. All right. Now, ladies, y'all are very special tonight, okay? Because I know y'all work together in a very special job. So I'm doing a special prize. I'm doing a very special thing for you because I have a feeling you might like jewelry. So, the person that has the most tickets tonight is going to win these beautiful earrings to get you ready for spring. Okay? Aren't these gorgeous? The little flowers to the botanical earrings, and they're super awesome. Okay, ready? All right. So our first letter, we go. Get us E. Pleasant. Get her a ticket. She just met you too. That's
why she said that.
All right. G stands for Premier Jewelry. Thank you guys for being at our jewelry show tonight. One of my very favorite things about Premier is that Premier supports missionaries in 63 nations around the globe. That's actually what drew me to Premier. I didn't even wear jewelry before Premier. All right, so our next letter, you ready? G.
Gorgeous.
Good friends.
I keep these here.
All right, gorgeous. Okay, G stands for our golden guarantee. Premier has an amazing guarantee on our jewelry. So if anything happens to your jewelry due to a manufacturing defect, you can just call your favorite jewelry lady. Okay, that was that. If you said it, raise your hand, you can have a ticket. The lady's not in the jewelry show said it.
Like two of them.
Okay, and I will be happy to take care of that for you. So if your jewelry breaks in the first 60 days, that's a free service. After that, it's just $5 per piece, okay? Now y'all, that's for things that are manufacturing defects, not for things you do to your jewelry. So, like if your dog eats it, the baby rips it off your neck, you run over your car, those things don't count. All right, there's another awesome part of our guarantee. It's exchanges. So if you see something and you go, jewelry lady. Now, you don't have this jewelry on your table, jewelry lady.
Stay over here.
Am I going to like this? And I say, oh yes, you're going to love it. It's super cute. But when you get it home, you think, I don't know what that jewelry lady is thinking. Not super cute. It is okay. It's not going to hurt my feelings. It's not going to hurt my feelings one single bit because I know we all have different tastes, and that's one of the things I love about Premier. But you do have a week time limit if you just don't like your jewelry, or like if a ring doesn't fit or something, okay? So how long do you have if you just don't like it or a ring doesn't fit? A week. If you said a week, raise your hand, you all get tickets. Okay, there are a few little things, because I told you it's for manufacturing defects, that guarantee. So there are a few little things that you need to know, and these are some tips that you should not do in your jewelry. So I tell ladies all the time, treat it like your high heel shoes or your bra, right? So it's typically the first thing that you take off when you walk in the door. You're not really going to be super comfortable sleeping in those things, and I really hope you don't shower in them. Okay? All right. Next letter. F.
Fine.
Y'all are awesome. All right, F stands for our fashion show, and it's the jewelry lady's favorite part. Y'all are so good.
My neighbor's very quiet. I live next to
I'm going to show y'all a few fun things that you can do with the jewelry. Now, before I was the jewelry lady, I didn't wear any jewelry. I just had a little pink watch and a wedding ring, and that was about it. And I knew nothing. Y'all, I just kind of wore my t-shirt, my yoga pants, my jeans, and that was about it. But do y'all have those friends who just always look so super put together and you're just like jealous? I know you do. I totally know. Because I did. And one thing that I have noticed now is that those friends typically know how to accessorize. They know how to put things together. They usually have on some cute red shoes with a turquoise top, and you're like, wouldn't have thought of that. Or they have on an awesome scarf or a cute necklace or some cute earrings. You know, that does not take much time. You can actually, like put them in when you buckle your seatbelt. I do it all the time. So it's really simple, but it really does pull together your look and say to the world a little about who you are. So I'm going to show you a few tips and some of my favorite things, okay? So I love to wear this necklace. Don't I look good?
Yes.
Okay, so this is a long necklace that I love. And one thing I've learned, that if you do long necklaces and long accessories, she's giving out tickets just because she wants to. She can't. She's a hostess and she's awesome. So if you do long necklaces, then, it's a fake jewelry show, so not for anything, just saying.
I know, it's still fun.
Long necklaces are awesome because they actually give you a long lean line, and it lengthens you, and y'all, it thins you out. So I'm 5 feet 1 inch tall, and I just love that. I learned that tip. So I wear long necklaces all the time. I think that I must look 6 feet tall. I don't know. All right. So another thing you can do with this one is you can also shorten it, you double it, and you can wear it up around your neck. So another little tip. Oh, we have a lovely lady doing this over here. She's got a cross up around her neck. And then our beautiful hostess has a necklace up around her neck. And we have a few of you in here. And when you do that, where does it draw the attention? Up. And it draws it, give yourself a ticket. It draws it up to your beautiful face and away from all this stuff. No matter what size you are, we don't want our attention on this stuff, which is why we don't put necklaces on our thighs. So that was Jewelry Aerobics 101. So I'm going to pass that around. Y'all can play with it. Another trend right now in fashion is called arm candy. So if you've got some arm candy on, hold it out and you'll get a ticket. And that means stacking of multiple bracelets. Oh yeah. So one favorite is to just take a wrap, and this is one of my top selling. And then I just like to put a little pop of color with it. But you can also split your wrap and then just put a cute watch right in the middle.
Looks good with the wrap watch too.
So there you go, you can do that. And she likes it with the wrap watch. And then I also like to put these two together, which are another gray and sparkly. So I'll pass those around. And I will pass my wrap around because everyone, they like to strip the jewelry lady naked.
Oh, she makes that time.
Okay, and another of my favorite arm candy combinations. We got anybody named Candy in the room? You should give a shout out. Woohoo! Talking about some arm candy. Oh yeah. Okay, so I like to do the combo of these right here as well. So I might do 1, 2, 3, or I might just do with the bracelets. So I'll pass that around and play with that as well. Okay. And then this one right here is one of my all-time favorites. This is the Matthew necklace. And y'all know the verse, the faith of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. And this actually has a real mustard seed in it. This is absolute favorite. And I'm gonna pass this one in the tray, just because a lot of people ask me, what earrings look great. And y'all, I would say all of these. But I do ask you not to put the earrings through. I used to be a nurse and that grosses me out. So. Okay. So here's another one. This is a fun one for spring. Alright. So you can double this one. Now y'all, I talked about long lean lines, but that's a little much.
That makes it look short.
So you can double it, you can triple it, which is really pretty. And I love these for spring. They have the ombre effect, which is another trend in fashion right now. And you can also take it, and my daughter taught me how to do this, and I will show you before you leave. But you just are going to cross it and pull the strand through over and over. It's called crocheting your beads. And then there's some beautiful white pearls in the catalog as well that this works with, and they look so pretty at Easter. So then you're just going to put it around your neck, and you can keep it going, and put the little clip in the back. Or you can stop it here, and put your little cute pin on there. So that's really cute.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna crochet now.
I'm teaching crochet lessons. Don't cook yourself yet. Okay, so the last one I'm going to show you guys. Alright, so how many of y'all have turquoise in your collection? Okay, now y'all, turquoise is like a staple and a must-have in a girl's collection because a lot of people don't know that it actually can act as a neutral and can really make your outfit pop and stand out. Because you can do turquoise with red. Have any of y'all ever seen that? It looks awesome. It also looks great with corals. It looks great with blues, navies, purples. I love it. Of course with your neutrals. But one thing I love about this one, y'all watch. If you're not all buying into that, you're like, I don't know about that jewelry lady. Look what you can do. You can flip this one around. So I'm going to pass this, and it has bracelet earrings. I'll pass two. Okay. So y'all get your purses out while the jewelry lady gets dressed. The naked jewelry lady.
Oh, she snuck that one in. I totally missed it.
Oh, I was waiting for the jewelry show.
I know, I was in right now yet.
The jewelry show ladies are playing in the jewelry. Alright, so let's get out our next letter.
You ready?
Okay, you ready? It's H. Happy.
Oh, I like hers. She said I was hot.
Well, they both get tickets. Good job.
Not for you.
Alright, so H stands for my wonderful, fabulous, awesome, amazing hostess. Y'all, I'm so thankful for my hostesses because they support my family. If it weren't for my hostesses, I wouldn't have a business. So thank you so much for having everyone here. I hope you guys are having fun. So I'm going to have my hostess come on up. Yay, hostess. Because the mostest. Premier also loves our hostesses, so I'm going to show you guys how that works. Okay. All right, you ready? Okay, as a hostess, you're going to get 30% of your total sales back in free jewelry. Now, y'all, an average jewelry show is $500. So does anybody know what 30% of 500 is? $150. So hold your hands out. And y'all count with me. Each box represents 25. 25, 50, 75, 100, 25, 50. That's awesome. Okay. But wait, there's more. As a hostess, you can also shop with me at half price. So you can get 4 to 8 items half price. So hold on, grab their hand for me. So I'll give you 4. I'll make you balance in a minute. All right, so there's 4, half price. Okay, now as a hostess, you also have the option to purchase, you have 2 $50 bonuses that you can earn as a hostess, okay? So the first bonus, I love it because you as the hostess pick your own jewelry show date, and then you've always got girlfriends who can't come that night, so if you have pre-orders before that date, Premier rewards you with $50 in free jewelry. That's awesome. And then my other one is how you ladies can help her. So if 3 of you girls schedule your very own jewelry show, then that's going to help her earn another $50 in free jewelry. Okay? So this right here is her free jewelry. And all she's going to pay for this is her tax and shipping, which for this stack is less than $20. And then if she chooses to purchase half price, she can. All right, so isn't that awesome, y'all? Yeah. Okay. Don't you love your jewelry, ladies?
I do.
So I tell ladies all the time, it is crazy. If you're having fun tonight and you love all this jewelry, it is crazy not to do a jewelry show and get it for free. Okay? So throw your boxes back in here. All right, y'all can have some. Okay, so now we're going to play a fun little game with these boxes. And I'm going to bring each one of you a box that I want you to look inside the box. And don't shake your box.
Don't
Okay?
take anything.
All right, so no shaking, no peeking. You can rub your box for luck. That's okay. All right? But no shaking, no peeking. I do have eyes in the back of my head. And I want you to hold your box just like this. Real carefully. Very, very special. All right, so in just a minute, I'm going to tell you. We'll give you the chance to look inside that box. Okay? You want to know about this box? All right, so if you choose to look inside the box, the first thing that you're going to get is you're going to have the opportunity to earn up to 10 more tickets for our awesome, I lost them in there. Right there. Did somebody steal our earrings? I know you won't. For our beautiful earrings tonight for our drawing. All right? The second thing that you're going to earn, if you choose to look inside your box, is one of these beautiful charm bracelets. Alright. Now y'all, I wear this charm bracelet and people stop me all the time and they want to know about it. And y'all look at it, it has these pretty charms. It's got a cross that shows that we support missionaries, like I told you earlier. That's my favorite thing. It has the cutest little ring on there because we're clearly a jewelry company. It has a heart and a crown, and it's got a little card on there that explains what each little charm means. Okay, and the only way you can get this, it's not in the catalog, the only way you can get it is by looking inside your box. Okay? Now the third thing that you're going to get when you look inside your box is you are going to get the big stack of jewelry that I just showed you guys, because that means that you're going to have a jewelry show with me. And you're going to have all your girlfriends over, you choose, and you're going to have your own jewelry show. All right? So we'll just review. The first thing, you're going to get extra tickets. The second thing, a bracelet. And the third thing is that you're going to have a jewelry show. All right? Now, there's one other thing I almost forgot to tell you. Okay? I don't know which ones, but there are a few that are specially marked boxes. And if you have one of those specially marked boxes, then that means you get double. You get double everything. You get double tickets, double bracelets. You don't get double me, because... Alright, now some of you may be thinking, oh, Brooke, I really want to see what's inside that box. But I don't know, because I'm crazy busy. How many of y'all are crazy busy? I am. I get a witness. Well, it's okay, because I book around busy, okay? So this is what I do. Some of you are thinking, yes, I want free jewelry now. I cannot wait. Oh my goodness, this is so fun. So you want something in the next 45 days. That's awesome. But some of you are thinking, which is fine too, because I also book out for 6 months because my calendar stays super, super busy and super full. But any of you guys in here can book at any time, and it will help our hostess to earn her $50 in free jewelry, and you can still go home with your bracelet tonight, as long as we just pencil something in before you leave around your schedule. Does that make sense? So I try to help you guys because I know you want that free jewelry. All right, so I'm just going to come around and ask, do you want to peek inside your box? All right? So would you like to look inside your box? All right, give her a hand. Just hang on a second. Wait, you have to wait to see how many tickets she gets.
She knew you were 10.
It's up to.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
She only had like one.
Would you like to look inside your box? Would you like to look inside your box? Yay! Would you like to look inside your box?
No. Yes. Man, this is my show.
Alright, so y'all can open up your boxes and see what's inside.
Surprise!
And what you have, you've got a number written there. So if you have a star, that means you have a double.
You get 8.
So tell Trilby how many tickets you get. She can go ahead and give those to you. And then I want you to go ahead and take out your lap boards in front of you. And I'm going to just give you a pretend pen. There you go. All right, take out your lap boards in front of you, and I'm going to give you a pen. All right, and I want you just to go straight to question number 2. Don't fill out the top part, or I'm sorry, question number 1. And it says, your friend needs 3 bookings tonight to receive an extra $50 in free jewelry. Would you like to help her out by having your own jewelry girls night? So if you opened your box, raise it up for me. So you ladies want to circle yes. And then write down if you had a double, or if you had a star, so I know to give you 2 bracelets. And then write down the month that you won. Alright? And if you weren't sure tonight, maybe you didn't play the game and you weren't sure, you just want to change your mind, you're ladies, you can do that. So you can just check maybe. Alright, so let's move on to the next letter. D.
Dynamic.
Dynamic. Alright, D stands for dream job. So I bet you guys are wondering how you can really make money doing this. I have a lot of ladies, and they hear that I've done this 9 years, who wonder, how can I really make money doing this? Okay? So what we're going to do, we are going to look at a quick snapshot of what it would look like to work Premier very part-time just for a month. Because do you know that most ladies who start Premier, they actually only need an extra $200 to $300 a month? That's all I needed when I started. I just needed an extra $300 a month. Okay? And most are actually very busy working ladies. Okay? So can I borrow you for just a second? Okay, so let's pretend for just a moment that this is our jewelry lady. Okay. Now I'm going to assume that you're busy. Yeah. Okay. But she needs that extra income. So she's decided to become a jewelry lady. Alright, so she holds her very first jewelry show, and it is an average $500 jewelry show. So what does she make? Okay, so most people don't know that. So then you say, y'all, she makes half. Isn't that awesome? She makes $250. Alright, so here you go. And you make it right then that night. Alright? So then her very next week rolls around. It's a $600 jewelry show. So what does she make? $300. She's excited, girls. Her next week rolls around, and y'all, she is busy. She cannot work in a jewelry show that week. And you know that is okay, because we don't have any quotas or any minimums. And that's awesome. But you do have a dentist appointment. Yeah, I'm sorry. But it's okay, because she's now a jewelry lady. So she puts on a necklace, and she puts on some earrings, and she puts on a bracelet, and she goes to the dentist, because she says, I'm a jewelry lady, I gotta work for this. So she sits down, and she sits in that waiting room, and she sees a friend come in, and her friend goes, girl, you are looking good. What are you doing? And you say, I'm a jewelry lady. And she says, well, in that case, I want all of that. I want the necklace and the earrings and the bracelet. And you say, absolutely, because you're a jewelry lady. You can do that. So it's $100 worth of jewelry. So how much does she make, y'all? $50 sitting in a waiting room. All right, and then her very next week, she has a lady call her, and she really wants free jewelry, but she's crazy busy. So she decides to get 2 girlfriends together just in a coffee shop one night. So they go and have some Java, and they sell $200 in jewelry just over some coffee. How much does she make? $100. So how much did you make that month? $700.
$700.
$700. Give her a hand, she'd be great. And while she works, she's out of her home just for 3 whole nights and 1 very profitable dentist appointment. So I know a lot of ladies need extra money just for bills. They may need extra money for to pay off debt, for college, for sports, for all sorts of different things. When we came into Premier, this was the last thing that I would have ever seen myself do because, like I said, I didn't wear jewelry. I didn't talk to people I didn't know. I didn't go to parties, nor did I have parties. So I was obviously the best candidate. But my really good friend Holly, we had been to nursing school together, and she knew that my heart was just to be home with my kids. And she saw that, too, we were really having trouble financially. So she said, Brooke, you need to do Premier. And I said, Holly, you are crazy. There's no way that I would ever do that. But I ended up doing jewelry shows for her because she's pretty persistent. And because she told me that Premier supports missionaries all around the globe. So anyway, she came to my home. She did a jewelry show. It was an $800 show. So what did she make? $400. And my husband looked at me and he said, Brooke, she just made $400 eating brownies in her kitchen. You could totally do this. And I thought, what? So, needless to say, he encouraged me to try something new and just to get out of my comfort zone. Just go for it. Because where we were financially, if we didn't at least try something and try to get out of that comfort zone that I was standing in, then our lives would never change. And I'm so thankful we did because God has blessed us financially so much. It blows my mind all the time. Where we are and where He's brought us. I went from just praying for some popsicle sticks to now, we've paid for a truck and gone on vacations and all kind of things that I never believed imaginable, and I will never have to go back to work as a nurse again. So I just get super passionate to tell you guys about it because it's changed our life, and if it can help you or someone you know, I'm happy to do that as well. So what I want you to do is take out that guest survey. Y'all, we are almost finished, and I want you to look at question number 2. And it just says, I am curious about the jewelry business. So if that skit piques your interest just in the least little bit, then I'd just love to send you home with some information about Premier, okay? And I promise it comes with a no stalker guarantee. That's not who I am. So it's just information to see if it will work for your family. So if that's you, then you're just going to circle above a 5 on the guest survey. So just take a few minutes just to figure out where you are on that scale. All right. Okay, our next letter, S. Oh, okay, well, let's finish up our surveys, ladies. Question number 3 is about my mailing list. Y'all, these are personal emails for me, and they just come out a few times a year, not from the company. And then just complete the top. And I want you to hold out your fully completed survey to qualify, and your beautiful hostess will bring you another ticket, and the first person that completes, you'll get an extra. And then when y'all are
You
done,
guys are in a hurry then.
so when you're done, y'all can go ahead and count your tickets.
Pretending.
All right, I want to thank you guys for coming to our jewelry show tonight. I hope you guys had fun. I do ask that you not try on the earrings. Like I said, that grosses me out. If y'all have fun playing the jewelry, let me know if you have any questions. And thank you so much for supporting our family. All right, y'all can go. Okay. All right, well, that was just,
Good one.
oh, thank you. Just get ready.
You want to count who won? Look at you, it wasn't me.
Yeah, put the tickets in the bag. Okay, y'all, that's the jewelry show that I've been doing for a while. And my brother and I actually made it to where it is something that you can print now, the whole thing with the pictures and everything. I made new graphics for it. And we will upload it to the website so that you guys can print it if you want to use it. It's one that I'm teaching new jewelers because all of the words, they are written on here for you. And I put a little instruction page with it because, for instance, you don't read through every single thing. Like, there's a lot of tips on fashion, and you may not like the ones that I went through. You put your own little style and your own little personality in there with it. So I put that in there for you guys. I hope that helps some of you. Do any of you have questions? I know Mitzi, she came and saw my jewelry show. I did this exact one. Was it Friday night you came? Or Thursday night? Thursday night. She came to my jewelry show, and at that jewelry show, I don't remember how many ladies there were, but I booked.
Everybody booked.
Yeah. I booked at least 5, and I gave her 1. And then I have 2 ladies. Who's here tonight for me? Lisa's here. Okay. So the 2 ladies, no, I met with them the next night. That's what it was. So the 2 ladies, I scheduled an OP with them the very next night at a coffee or a donut shop closer to where they are, and they are very highly interested in business. Probably going to be jewelers soon. So. Thank you. I'll get those to you. Oh, the other thing to tell you guys, I did the earrings tonight as the prize. Sometimes I just pull out of this, and it works just as well. So if you want a cheaper way, they just pick out of, and this is how I say it. Say, y'all, you want to know what the tickets are for, right? Okay, so you see this, you can't see inside, but there are some amazing prizes in here y'all are going to be fighting for, and you're going to want to look in this awesome bag right here, just saying. So that's how I word that, and y'all, these are, you know, the awesome section from Target that's $1. So, that's what's in here.
I just did a $10 Blingy Bucks coupon, and they're like fighting over that coupon.
Yeah.
They're like, they think it's awesome.
Yeah, they did, like at a real jewelry show, they are seriously, like you saw it the other night, they're like fighting to get whatever the prize is. So I alternate. I did the earrings the other night because I had 3 former hostesses and a bunch of ladies who told me they walked in and said that they couldn't afford anything. So I just thought to myself, okay, I have former hostesses and people who are telling me they can't purchase, so I'm going to book shows tonight. So I'm going to offer them free earrings for the prize because I really want bookings. So I only do that sometimes. Most of the time I do use this. But if you do the earrings, they're $9.50, and I just have the winner write it on their order form at the bottom. I just put free earrings, and it costs me $9.50 to do that. But it works equally as well with this.
When you do the earrings, does that go? Do you do those on
their order that night?
On their order that night.
Oh, so they don't get the ones that you show them.
No, and I tell them, I usually say, okay, y'all, I'm a nurse. I wear these earrings. You really don't want mine. I'm going to order you a brand new pair. Okay. So, any other questions about that? All right. Has anybody got the time? I was trying to see if I had time to go through this.
8:50.
Oh, perfect. All right, so this is the last thing I'm going to do then. Okay, so I told you I would show you the hostess packet. How many of you mail hostess packets? Okay, how many of you give them when you book? Okay, so I have it both ways. If you give a hostess pack when it books, it's going to look like this. If you mail your hostess pack, then you're going to put this on the outside where you seal the envelope. Okay, and this says, stop, I'm so excited for our upcoming jewelry show. Call me, and it has my phone number to talk through this hostess packet. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see you in a few weeks, and it has my name. It's just a label that I stick on there. And I have a lot of people who call, like my husband, he'll answer the phone, he's like, someone's calling about a label. I'm like, babe, it's those stop things. He's like, oh, those things work. Really? Okay, so this is what I do. When they call me, or when I have, you know, how I have hostess coaching on the back of my cards, this is how I hostess coach. They call, or I call them, and I say, okay, you know that packet I sent you? They're like, yeah. Can you go grab it? I was upstairs. Well, do you mind going and grabbing it for me? Okay. So they go grab it. I say, okay, I just want you to dump it out. So I just have them dump it out on the floor or whatever. And I have mine in front of me too, so because I tend to forget things. So I have them just dump it. And then I say, okay, so on the front of your hostess packet, the very first thing you're going to see, it says special offer. All right, and this is one of my favorite things to give away. Because if you have 3 bookings scheduled from your jewelry show, that's going to give you a $50 bonus in free jewelry. And that's a big deal. So what I do to help you with that, you know you've got those girlfriends who can't be there but who love to have jewelry shows and who love to have parties and love things like this. If you can get their information and just put it on that card for me and go ahead and tell them that I'm going to call them to get them on my calendar, and you have that ready for me when I get to your jewelry show, then at their jewelry show, you're going to get $50 in free jewelry to be redeemed there. Now, I've also done 25, so you can change this if you think, whoa, that's a lot. So you can do 50 or 25. Okay? So then I say, okay, so next you're gonna have, you've got 5 advanced order forms in there. Oh, and since I started using those, by the way, I have gotten advanced bookings with them. And they can't redeem it until that show holds.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you prefer that it's someone that's not gonna be present at the show, or does it matter? You know what I mean? Like, it's an advanced booking, but is it like necessarily that the person's not coming to the show and some book with you, or just,
I don't
you just want a booking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she's already talked to her and it's fine with me.
Okay.
If it starts to become a problem, I may add that in to say it needs to be someone not at the show. But no, because then they have to figure out who's coming and who's not, and then they're not going to do it. So I hadn't had any problems. Okay, so then I say, okay, you've got 5 advanced order forms in there. So I'm going to need you to go ahead and get all 5 of those completed before your jewelry show, so that you can get your other $50 jewelry bonus. And that, Candy and I recorded Becca saying that, because like I said, her average pre-sales, I think she told us, was $300 in pre-sales at every jewelry show. So I said, what do you say? She says, I just say, you've got 5 order forms in your packet. I'm going to need you to have those filled out before I get there. So she said, what happens is she gets to their show and she goes, and they go, Becca, I'm so sorry. I only got 3. That's okay. So that's how she works it. And since I've been doing that and wording it that way, I have gotten most of the sales at my show since we've switched to these. Not $300, but 100. We're happy with 100 down the south. Yes, we are. And then on here, it's got, are you interested in receiving free jewelry? And I've got that. What month is best for you? Would you know someone who could give you that income opportunity? I just tweaked Becca's. She literally sent me all this stuff, and I just changed hers a little bit. Yeah, so she's awesome. Okay, so then I say, the other thing is you have a little bit of information in your packet. I know you've not mentioned that you're interested in Premier, but there's a little information in there if you want to flip through there. And I have sent them already. Sorry, I've changed how I word this now, because I just changed this. Oh, I sent you an email that talks about a phone call. You can earn an extra $25 in free jewelry if you listen to that phone call. And I know you may not be interested in the business, but you may know someone who can, and I would love to give away free jewelry. So go ahead and listen to that phone call. If you do in the next week and email me the answers to those questions, then I'll give you that free jewelry. So it's just following up that I sent you the email off phone call. And this is in there. All right, and then this one has 2 because I'm just awesome like that. My family puts them together. All right, and so this right here, and I say this, there's a sheet in there, just read over it. It explains about the website and how to effectively use the online tool for your customers, so that you have the information and the code, and that they need to contact you or me directly. You can't order from the website. So there's just a little letter that explains that. And then I explained that there's an average versus awesome jewelry show. And I want you to have an awesome jewelry show because you're going to get there and you're going to love all the jewelry that you're going to see. So I just want you to get all that jewelry for free. So there's a sheet that you can look at in there too. And then I put some extra handouts in there. If you forgot someone, there's some little extra invitations and your catalogs. And then I just, tell them about refreshments and ask if they have any questions or if there's anything else they need.
Will you email those forms out, please?
Any questions?
The extra invitations are like
I just do postcards.
How much do you?
If I'm doing mail outs, I only do like 2 sheets, so 8 usually. If we're doing postcards only, I send them a bunch. Like if they're hand them all out. Any other questions? Well, thank you guys. Candy, Judy, maybe do y'all have anything else? Oh, she's right there. She was right there.
I wore a bright color.
So y'all have anything else?
You don't have anything else next.
Tammy, you wanna, mention next week? Barton.
Yeah, 2 things. One, next week we have booking boot camp. Yay. Okay. Y'all asked for these things, so we have given it to you. We don't like to just overload with a million trainings because we want you out working your business. But y'all had asked for some specialty things, so we have put together a booking boot camp for next week. We're gonna go through booking objections that you get all the time. We're gonna talk about lifestyle bookings. We're gonna do different booking activities. We're gonna be talking about how to change that dreaded maybe to the yes. And we're also gonna be working on a booking book-a-thon while you're here. So you're gonna wanna come with your list and a charged telephone, or your cord so that you can find a plug and sit there. I don't want any excuses. And then there will be a prize. We don't know what yet, but there will be a prize at the end for whoever gets the most bookings while you are here. It's going to be action-packed and it's going to be worth your while. Every time we do one of these, people end up leaving with bookings on their calendar that night. So it's going to be a lot of fun for y'all to do that. And then the other thing is parking. We have been instructed not to park. I'm not going to even tell you the address. I'm just going to say don't park past the house next to me. Okay, the one that's just that on that right side, don't park further than my driveway down. Okay, y'all just come this way on the right-hand side, because what's happening is we're getting in the curve and it's creating a hazard. And so we're going to get in trouble if we're not careful. And we don't want anybody to get hurt because of us. So if y'all will just park from my driveway all the way down the right-hand side, and if you end up in the pool parking lot, it's a brisk walk back. It's beautiful outside. Okay? I mean, it's 5 houses down. Really, it's not raining. If we need to have a shuttle, we'll figure something out.
And only on this
You
side.
know, this side of the street, okay? Yes, this side of the street, please, and I think that'll work better for
He
everybody.
moved my car.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
very helpful.
he can only handle so much at one time.
I know, no, this was earlier.
So,
I wasn't.
we're excited that y'all are all here, and next week we will probably, we'll change some things around. I don't know how many we'll have next week. We may be in the floor some. Y'all, we're just gonna have fun grouping up in different rooms and having a good old time. But the next time we come into our monthly training, we will actually have the couch in the back, and then more chairs in here to open up. We want to bring everybody in here with us, and we were just kind of testing tonight to see how many people are coming. So we want y'all to all feel part of the group up here. Okay.
Thank you guys.
Thank y'all for coming.